This is the one.
Oh?
These are the ones, dude. We're trying 4 popular Dutch foods, comparing the cheaper versions with the mid-price and expensive versions. And we're gonna actually see if we can taste the difference. For each round, we're gonna pick our favorite to see if we prefer the pricier option or if we like the taste of something a little bit more affordable. We're starting with a saucijzenbroodje or a sausage roll.
So I'm gonna start with this one.
Okay. And to be clear, we have warmed all of these up.
Yes, they've all been re-warmed in our air fryer.
Yes.
Which I think is important to indicate because for some reason, whenever we do these videos, people are always like, saucijzenbroodjes are better warm. All right.
What's it feel like?
Big. It feels very puffy on the top. Like there's nothing flat about this, which I think is probably the sign of a pricier saucijzenbroodje. It smells like a saucijzenbroodje. The meat inside is huge.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of meat in this baby. Slightly like a peppery sausage flavor. It is extremely puffy, which is not surprising given the girth of the saucijzenbroodje.
It is the girthiest.
That's a really good saucijzenbroodje. This one is the Hema saucijzenbroodje. I know that because it feels exactly like the Hema saucijzenbroodje. It doesn't feel too flat. It's like the perfect size. If you like took a silhouette of a saucijzenbroodje, this would be it. Smells a little bit more fast foody, if I'm being honest. Like, there's just a smell. I don't know how to describe it. Probably eat over the
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mmm.
That was pretty crunchy.
Mm-hmm. Also, quite a lot of meat. I'm surprised.
Wow.
The meat doesn't have as strong of a peppery flavor as this one does, but I mean, it's still good. It's just a little bit more plain. The thing I smelled is definitely in the flavor too. Like it's like a little bit like McDonald's sausage patty for breakfast.
Yeah. Like an oil smell kind
It
of?
must be the oil.
Yeah.
It must be the oil. Do I have crumbs in my mouth?
Yeah, a little bit right here. Hang on.
All right, this is the flattest of the 3.
The final boss.
I can't say that I'm surprised. This is probably the Albert Heijn one. Oh, very floaty. There's edges, which is really interesting. Like I can taste is the wrong word. The texture of the edges feel a little like tougher. Mm-hmm. That maybe they're a little overcooked. The sausage is also very oily and it doesn't have a ton of flavor.
All right.
My favorite is definitely this one. Is this the puffiest one?
That is the puffiest one.
Yeah, the puffiest one is my favorite. And I think this is the most expensive one.
Yeah.
I think this is Hema and this is Albert Heijn.
Your favorite was also the most expensive option from Van der Sterre.
Yep.
Now, I'm really curious as to what you think of these two. Which ones you think they are.
I think this is Hema and this is Albert Heijn. Didn't I say that?
Yeah, you did, but
Oh my
it's not
God.
true.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
This is the Albert Heijn one.
Oh?
Yes, this is the Albert Heijn one, and this is the Hema one. When you were going through it, I was losing my mind because this is supposed to be like our favorite kind of like mid-price.
Even with my blindfold off, I still wouldn't have said that was a Hema. It looks really like they didn't cook it all the way.
It looks really light. Are you gonna eat that whole thing and not share it with me?
Albert Heijn, you really surprised me today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
This is a broodje oude kaas or an old cheese sandwich, which before I moved to the Netherlands, that would actually not sound very appetizing.
Yeah, it sounds not good, but it is
old
really
cheese
good.
is delicious.
Yeah. So I feel like we have a bit more of a traditional diagonally cut sandwich, maybe. Everything about it is cold.
Isn't that
I only
what you would expect?
Well, sometimes the bread wouldn't be cold. This is gonna sound really weird. It kind of smells like sushi.
It smells like sushi?
Not fishy, but like nori and rice. It kind of smells like sushi.
I think it's the mayonnaise.
Oh.
I assume there's mayonnaise on it. I actually don't know.
It's the mayonnaise on it is like really tangy, but like not in the good way. I taste no cheese. There's something crunchy, which I think is probably the lettuce. It doesn't taste like lettuce though. This is very bad. Hopefully this one is better. Oh, okay. So it's big.
Mm-hmm.
This is big. And I immediately noticed a difference in the bread. I can feel the ingredients hanging out of the sides. So I feel like that's a mark of quality.
That's true.
The bread feels nice and spongy, but in a good way.
I just dropped tons of lettuce all over your lap.
While the bread tastes good, it sucks literally all of the moisture out of your mouth. I can taste the old cheese in it, and it is nice. Okay. We have another cut sandwich.
Do you prefer them to be cut?
I prefer cut, yeah.
Okay, you prefer cut over uncut sandwiches?
Yeah. Uncut is just harder to get into your mouth. The outside of this bread feels kind of dry.
You just dripped sauce all over your lap.
Did I really?
You were
Will
eating
you
this
help me?
so chaotically.
You're acting like
I tried to eat my saucijzenbroodjes over the plates.
you're acting like we've had experience eating sandwiches blindfolded before.
Okay.
I don't know where the plate is. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. That is very good. It's got like a dill mayonnaise on it or something. I can actually taste the vegetables. I'm not quite sure what the vegetables are, but I think there's cucumber and maybe some sort of salad. It is very sauced. And the bread's fine. My favorite's gonna be this one.
Okay.
This one over here. It's just, I can taste each individual element. I like a cut sandwich, and overall, it's very pleasant. It doesn't really have too many problems with it. And these other two, they have problems. I mean, I think this one is probably from, I hope this is from Albert Heijn to go. Cause no, actually, I'm gonna say I think this one is Bakker Bart. We haven't had great experiences at Bakker Bart in the past. I don't like it. And then maybe this one's from Albert Heijn to go.
The last one's from De Remise.
Oh, this is from De Remise.
De Remise, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first one,
I already see what I did.
obviously from Albert Heijn to go.
Yeah. Did you open it and look at it?
No, it doesn't look very good
This
though.
is the saddest sandwich I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's like one thin piece of old Amsterdam cheese and just, there's really not much to it.
It tastes bad too.
The second one's from Bakker Bart.
Oh, wow.
Which makes sense. You said there were a lot of ingredients on it. I think that it's probably the mark of
Yeah.
not Albert Heijn to go when there's a lot of ingredients. And then the last one is from the Remise, which is a cafe here in Dordrecht.
This actually looks like it has some sort of like Dijon vinaigrette on it.
I've actually had this before and it is delicious.
This is very good.
Yeah, it's a really good sandwich.
Yeah, a little too saucy, but it's an excellent sandwich.
Next one.
Next, these are bitterballen.
Smells like bitterballen.
It does. I want to point out, we do not have mustard here
No.
because we are trying them in their, you are trying them in their
Yeah, the mustard would be
purest form.
cheating. Smells like a bitter ball.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't think
What
I'm
does
gonna
it
go.
feel like?
Very crumbly. Extremely crumbly, like borderline powdery. I don't know, they're small and the outside is not very crispy.
It sounded pretty crispy when you bit into it.
But considering this just came out of the air fryer, there is a bit of like a good meat flavor. Like I don't want to like poo-poo this one. It's just a little one note. It might sound crispy, but it doesn't really have that like crispiness that I want from a bitter ball, you know?
Yeah.
This one is not nearly as crumbly. It does feel like it has a crispier exterior. Also smells like a bitter ball.
Can you tell anything about the size of them?
I think this one's slightly bigger, but not that much.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, it's got a little bit more of like maybe like a bouillon flavor. Like it's got a little bit more of like a savory meat flavor in it, but
Okay.
don't taste meat. It just feels like at one point they used like maybe some broth. Okay, so this one feels like the crispiest for sure. And it also feels like this might be the biggest of the three. But again, like there's not a huge difference in size from what I can tell. It also smells exactly like a bitter ball. Oh, okay. Very crispy exterior. And it actually tastes like meat inside. There's not an overwhelming like salt flavor. Like the first two had a little bit like a beef soup type of situation going on the inside. This one tastes like shredded beef. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they're like adding a ton of sodium in here just to like make it taste good. This one actually tastes like, honestly, I think we maybe use a little bit more salt to my taste.
Are you ready to choose your favorite? I think we know.
Overwhelmingly, this one's my favorite.
Okay.
There's no question.
All right.
I think this is Bram Ladage.
Okay.
And then I think this one's Albert Heijn. And I think this one is the what?
Quickaboom.
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 Yeah.
All right. The most expensive option is Bram
Shut up.
Ladage.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm so serious. You have chosen the cheapest option, the Albert Heijn version. I was losing it when you were describing it. These are the Albert Heijn ones, dude. I'm so sure of it. I even had to check the bottom of the plate again in the middle of it when you were talking to make sure that it was correct. Isn't that wild? I can't wait to try it.
I mean, listen. Trying them side by side again, this one's a little plain by comparison, but only because it's not as salty. What you lose in salt, you gain in meat. You feel me?
To me, it's well seasoned. Like it's seasoned.
I will say, after eating all three of them again side by side just now, the Quickaboom is the only one where I can taste any herbs. This is honestly blowing my mind a lot.
I know. I kind of thought we were just gonna choose the most expensive of everything and we would know exactly what it was, but this This is crazy.
And this is tompouce. Do not, oh, careful, careful, careful.
Okay. All right, so right away, the crust at the bottom has kind of like a texture.
That's good.
Like a pattern? Oh, the top of it, it is like mushy.
Oh my God.
The pastry crust is very disappointing in that one. The cream is very bouncy. It's very jello-y, but like kind of slimy. The only flavor that I'm getting is super intense sugar from that floppy sugar layer on top. I don't like that one. Oh, interesting. This one has a jello-y, spongy middle too. However, it feels like, ooh, this is some heavy duty like crust on it. It's putting in the work. All right, I'll take the top off. And again, this part, not floppy. It's holding up. Here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh my goodness. Oh, the crust tastes like a sugar cookie. The cream in that one is very vanilla-y. That one is excellent. That is a great tompouce.
Should I slap the card on it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, this one is notably smaller than the others. Yeah, this one is tiny. It's got a pattern on the bottom too. Makes me feel like it's store-bought. Oh, it's very small. It easily fits in my mouth.
Is that a pro or a con?
Trying this one and then this one back to back makes this one taste not very good. It's kind of tastes a little fakey. The cream is different in this one. I think this one's Hema because this is like not as slimy and as puddingy. This one is my favorite.
Okay.
I mean, it's completely different from the other two. All signs point towards this being the Von der Sterre one.
Okay.
And I've never had a tompouce that had a floppy like top layer before. And I think this is Dirk because we've never had a Dirk tompouce before.
Well,
wait.
Yeah, the first one's Hema.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When I eat the Hema tompouce, the top layer is, as I was seeing it out of the corner of my eye, the top layer is still like structurally sound. It was soggy.
I just want to say all of this stuff was also acquired fresh this morning.
Yep, we just bought this like an hour and a half ago. That is a soggy top layer. I am super disappointed.
This is obviously Von der Sterre.
Yeah, I mean, this was tough because it just tasted so much better. Like, oh, and the whipped cream is what I felt.
Yeah, that's kind of like an unfair advantage, but honestly, like you can see the difference in the cream.
Yeah, I mean, just
the non-whipped cream.
The pudding in the middle and the pastry crust, it was an unfair fight because this one's so much better. This one wasn't bad. It definitely tastes like kind of fakey and just like sugar after like a really good one.
But you like that better than Hema?
Yes, that Hema one is the worst one I've ever had.
This is documented.
It's okay. I mean, maybe they're having a bad day, but
I mean, clearly.
You need to call them out on it. Like, it was not good. That was a disappointing experience. I might go to Dirk from now on.
So what do you think we learned today? Hema can have bad days.
Hema, we all can have bad days, and that's okay.
I also think that we learned that our favorites are not necessarily, like maybe we have a little bit of like internal bias that makes us believe that our favorites are the best, when in reality, they're not.
The bitterballen one
that was
really blew my mind.
I know.
I'm not gonna get over that for a while.
Okay, don't worry, I'll take care of the end of the video. Is there something that you prefer the cheap version of at the grocery store or anywhere in life, I guess? Let us know in the comments. Did you like this video? And do you think you have a friend that might also like this video? If you do, share it with them. Helps get the word out about your old pals BUNCHARTED. Or share it on like a social media thing or whatever. Either way, as always, thank you so much for watching and sharing, and we'll see y'all next week.
So done.